Okay, I did it. There's probably not going to be anybody on here now. You guys waited patiently and nothing happened, but I'll see if some people come on, and then if not, we will just use this as a recorded session that we can share for later. All right, we got one person. I did it. I'm online. Woohoo! Story of life, I'm sure, for people at the moment. Is that you, Ashley, that's live supporting me? Who's watching? You should say hi. I'm gonna wait until maybe like 12:35 and then get started in case you have any questions. Hi. All right, so this will probably be a video. We are going to, I'm gonna get started with this. So to start, I apologize about getting started late. We had a little bit of trouble with my microphone. For some reason, YouTube decided that I was copywriting audio. So I don't know why, because my microphone wasn't working. And I do apologize about the grainy appearance here. I don't know if just because everybody and their sister and brother is on YouTube right now, or because my Wi-Fi, my setup in my room is not great. But what's more important is the content. So because we've had to stay in our homes, I don't get to cook today. You guys are going to get me as your nutrition coach, and I'm going to go over a very important topic that some of my remarkably intelligent friends have suggested talking about. So we're going to talk about how you all are going to manage your eating while we're in this isolation period. And a lot of us are dealing with stress because we don't know what's going on. We don't know what our lives are going to look like. It's very nerve-wracking. Maybe we're worried about our financial situations. We're worried about our friends and family. And we often have a tendency to emotionally eat when that happens. And now isn't the time to figure out what our relationship with food is going to look like, and then how we want our relationship to look like in the future, so that we don't end up gaining weight or affecting our health while we're in this situation. So emotional eating, food is love. Everybody who has ever gotten cookies from grandmother has appreciated that food feels good. And we're designed to have that happen. So from a physiological standpoint, when we eat carbohydrates, especially sugar, chocolate, things like that, our body releases dopamine and serotonin, so we feel good when we eat. And it's why we search for food, why we seek out sugar and fat when we're stressed out, because it makes us feel better. But right now, we don't want to do that, especially because a lot of us are living maybe a little bit more sedentary lives than we're used to. Like I, for instance, have been sitting a whole lot. I'm used to being super, super active and being at the gym all day because I manage the gym as well as coach. And I've been on my butt for the last 4 to 5 days because I just like I'm not at the gym and I'm not moving around. Luckily, my room is far away from the kitchen, and I have like a studio bedroom. So I work kind of in my bedroom space. So the kitchen is far away. But if you're someone whose office or office setup is near the kitchen, then you could find yourself going to eat every 15, 20 minutes because you're bored or lonely or stressed. So what are you going to do? What is your plan to manage that moving forward? How do you guys manage your emotions and your eating habits so that you don't gain weight or, put yourself in a position like if you're eating foods that aren't super good for you, you're going to be putting your body in a higher inflammatory state, especially if you're already stressed out. One of the things that I highly suggest doing is putting yourself on a schedule for eating. That's going to help you manage your food a lot. And then make sure, so when I work with my nutrition coaching clients, I always tell them that I want them to prioritize their vegetables and their protein first. And I know a lot of adults really don't like vegetables, which is fine, but how can you eat veggies and enjoy them? You can hide them. So I tell a lot of people to put vegetables on things like pizza and pasta, that kind of stuff, so that you're not like being exposed to, straight up steamed broccoli. You get to have something that, is tasty, nice crispy broccoli on a pizza or in Alfredo sauce. Yum. Sorry, sidetrack. I want you guys to prioritize for your meals. You should be eating 3 meals a day still, and you should be getting in a good protein source and a veggie at every meal. And like I said, you can put it in something. You can hide your veggies in something, and then get some carbs in too. Your body still needs carbs. You need to make sure you're still eating enough because, we need to keep our immune system healthy. So you get on a system of eating to manage your emotional state. You eat your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, and figure out, like I had to sit down last night and figure out what my schedule is going to be like because I had the structure of the gym and now I don't, which I think a lot of you are finding is the case. So how do you get up at the same time every morning? We still want to stay on as much of a routine as we can. So now maybe we get to sleep in until 7. But then I'm going to get up and I'm going to do my morning routine, have my coffee, maybe meditate now that I have time, journal if I want to, and then I'm going to have my breakfast. And my breakfast is going to be, eggs or turkey sausage and maybe a couple of pancakes because I have time to make pancakes now, and maybe some fresh fruit, and then maybe a little more coffee. And then, I'm going to go work, or maybe I'm going to do my exercise routine. And, maybe I'll spend some time with my significant other if I'm living at home with someone, or, do something you enjoy doing. If you have time and your work is done and you want to do something in between breakfast and exercise and lunch, find some time to do something fun. And then at lunchtime, you're going to have, your 4 to 6 ounces of lean meat, chicken, steak. Now that you have time in your home, you can make something delicious for lunch, but you're still eating your protein source and your veggies. You're having salad, and then, your carbs. So you can make a pasta dish, or you can have a sandwich if you want. And then maybe you'll have an afternoon snack, and then you're going to have a delicious dinner because you have time to make dinner now. And in the meantime, if you start to get stressed or worried, now we have the time to manage those feelings. Like before, you'd be at work and you'd be super stressed and you had your candy drawer and your default was to go into the candy drawer. And you're at work and you don't have that moment to sit there and say, how am I feeling? Now you have the opportunity to do that. So you're home and you start to get anxious, you start to get stressed, worried. Stop And instead of going and getting that bag of chips or all of your, emergency rations that you have stocked up, stop and think about, why am I feeling like this? Like, what's happening? And then process it. Give your brain the opportunity to process it. Take some deep breaths. And then check in. Maybe you are legitimately hungry, or maybe you are really thirsty. Maybe you haven't had water in the last 3 hours because you were so busy on a work project. So check in and figure out if you're really hungry or not, why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and then manage it. If you're just joining, thank you very much. Sorry for the delay in the live streaming. We're going over emotional eating, which is a big one right now because people are stuck at home and dealing with a lot of stress. So if you guys have questions about what you can do to manage your emotions and avoid raiding the fridge or the cupboard every 3 minutes, feel free to post below. I have a live chat going, so I can answer your guys' questions. So anyways, yeah, you guys have the time now to manage yourself, which this is also an opportunity to challenge our perspectives and to decide, are you going to thrive during this time, or are you going to survive during this time? And I've seen a lot of posts. I follow a lot of people on Instagram that have been challenging the kind of negative people and saying, okay, you guys have always said you don't have time to meal prep, you don't have time to meditate, you don't have time to sleep. Well, guess what, guys? We have lots of time to do that now. And that actually is going to segue into what I wanted to discuss next, which is putting systems in place. So I still want you guys meal prepping. I still want you to figure out what your food is going to look like every single day, rather than, flying by the seat of your pants, or, saying, well, I'll plan it when I get there, which is flying by the seat of your pants. Because what's going to happen a lot of times is for the time being, this is our new normal, right? We don't have, most of us have never been here before. I work from home, a good 20 hours a week, and it's still a lot for me because now I'm working home all day, and I don't have any structure at all. So you need to put systems in place to set yourself up for success. You need to have your schedule planned out, and then you need to decide, I'm going to work at this time, and then I'm going to eat my lunch at this time, and then I'm going to have a snack at this time, so that you're on schedule and then you can stay consistent. Otherwise, what's going to happen, and most of us have experienced this week, I've had a lot of my nutrition coaching clients reach out to me and say, okay, my whole thing went to shit this week, and I'm getting on board today, which I can completely relate to. So to make sure that next week doesn't go to shit, and tomorrow and Sunday, you guys need to have a plan. Figure out what your food system is going to look like. Figure out what you need to get from the grocery store. Get some delicious recipes. And then, set yourself up for success. And the also side step to that is you need to make sure that you're not eating in front of a screen. This is going to be very hard for us as we adjust to working from home, especially if you happen to be working at your kitchen table. You need to give yourself a reprieve from the screen. So phone down, computer away, TV away, and just eat. Go outside and eat. We're in San Diego, and this morning was beautiful. And if you have the opportunity to go sit in a lawn chair on your front lawn, do it. Why not? Or check in with your loved one. Check in if your significant other is working from home. Sit with them and spend some time with them. yeah, so looks like we've got 5 people watching. Do you guys have any questions? Anybody need anything? Any help with their nutrition right now? How's everybody feeling with how things are going? Anybody? It's like crickets out there. I'm entertainment. I hope you guys are all doing well. I know this is probably very scary and very stressful for people. I had a text this morning from one of my friends checking in, and I went for a nice long run and then came back and was like, okay, you know, what is my new normal? And he said, I'm trying not to make this, you know, adjust to this and have it be normal. But I think that we kind of need to find that balance. I think that it's okay to sit down and say, all right, what is my life going to look like for the next, you know, 2 or 3 weeks? Because the reality is we might be in this situation for a couple weeks. So, you know, we crave comfort, we seek consistency. Our brains love consistency. It's why habits are so hard to break, because our brain needs patterns. So finding that state of normal for the next couple weeks is okay, and it will feel good if you find that consistency. Ash, you're fired. You're failing. That's so bad. Are you eating vegetables? I hope you're eating vegetables. Just eat your vegetables, guys. That's all you have to do. Eat your vegetables and eat your protein. We've all had our pity parties for the last few days. So no more pity parties. Time to get back on our priorities, how we're going to crush the next couple weeks. I sat down. Journaling is awesome. I sat down this morning and figured out, you know, where are my strengths and my weaknesses in my physical self. What do I want to work on? I looked at my environment and I said, okay, I have a wall outside that I can kick up on, and I'm going to practice my handstands outside as long as it's not raining. I'm going to work on my core. I've got some shoulder mobility stuff I need to improve on, so I'm going to do that. So yeah, this is, I just got a text. Thanks, Salik. One of my our humanity members, she's having broccoli today. So we probably won't have the opportunity to do live nutrition for a while, or not, excuse me, cooking, because my kitchen is not super great for doing live cooking. And then Ash and Chuck's kitchen is far away. More muscles. What? You want more muscle? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can have more muscles. There's lots of body weight stuff that we can do from home. No, not body weight, bodybuilding. Get more muscles. So I will be better about posting recipes to the Humanity Insiders page if you guys are watching. And I'm a email or a text away if you want help with stuff you can make from home. And we're going to be doing this nutrition talk every Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock. So if you guys need help with your nutrition, if you want to figure out a plan to make sure that you maintain your physiques and your health while we go through this, I'm here and I will help you with anything you need. Yeah. All right. So I got Ash and Solik checking in, eating veggies. Who else is eating veggies today? Anybody? And gaining muscles. I'm drinking coffee. This is my 8th cup of coffee. Is that bad? What else is everybody doing? You all working? Everybody working right now? I guess this constitutes working for me. I'm just hanging out. I'm doing this nutrition thing, and then I'm doing barbell with Roderick at 2. I'm going to try his barbell class with my broom. We'll see how that goes. And then I'm going to get some more work done. I had a pity party last night. I was like, this sucks. I don't want to be stuck in my bedroom with my 35-pound kettlebell. And then I was like, you know what? You can handle this. You're a big girl. It's not the end of the world. And then I went for a run this morning, which also sucked. And then I realized that this is a good opportunity to get better at running. So yay. It's quiet out there. It's crickets again. Beep, beep. No, that's crickets. Cricket, cricket. All right. Well, it looks like it's been pretty quiet, so I'm going to log off. You guys know my email address. If you don't, it's Shawna@CrossFitHumanity.com. Most of you have my phone number, and feel free to email, text, call if you guys need anything. Like I said, I will post here at 12 o'clock, and now I've got the live thing figured out. I'll be on time with my microphone on. So if you guys need anything, and then we've got lots of topics set up. So we'll talk about all kinds of fun stuff over the next, hopefully it'll only be like 2 weeks. All right, team. Thank you very much for watching. This video will be recorded if you guys want to watch it later. I love you all. I miss seeing all of your faces, and ready to go crush a broomstick at 2 p.m. with Coach Roderick. All right, team. I will talk to you guys later.